Hey, good evening, guys. It's William here. Today I have Mr. Chris. I'm probably going to mess the last name up, but Panteli.
Yeah, that'll do.
Chris.
Panteli.
All right. He has an agency. He also is an owner of Linkify Link Building, and we're going to be just talking about local SEO today and what is he doing as far as, or what is he seeing, especially with the whole thing with AI. And AI overviews and AI and zero-click search and stuff. That's a lot of what I've been working on lately where we're at as well. So, but yeah, if you could just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and what you're up to and what you see in 2026, that sort of thing, especially with AI.
Thanks for having me, William. Yeah, I'm Chris, co-founder of Linkify. We're a digital PR link building agency. We do digital PR for SEO, and we do like authority PR for brand building. And what we're seeing when it comes to local SEO and local businesses, small businesses, professional service business, home service businesses, is it is one of the most underutilized strategies right now. And that is small local businesses going to get tier 1 earned media. And this is what the AI models are rewarding when it comes to surfacing your brand and business inside of their LLM. So if people are asking for who is a good divorce lawyer in Austin, Texas, I need a plumber in Houston, and my whole kitchen is wrecked. Who can I use? We know that tier 1 sources and big coverage from tier 1 media is one of the biggest driving factors of being surfaced. And so many local businesses aren't doing it because they don't think, oh, I can get in the New York Times or Forbes because I'm a plumber from Austin, Texas. You absolutely can, and now is the time to do it.
So that's digital PR. Is there a difference between, so I know there's a difference of this, can you explain the difference of people? Is there a difference between me actually getting something that is a high DA or trusted type PR versus me going on to Fiverr?
Yeah.
People all the time, I go on the Fiverr and I can buy them for $15, $20, and it's in local news websites.
Yeah.
What's the difference between what you do versus that?
Okay, so that's a great point. And actually, I'm seeing like prospective sales calls increase lately with this as like one of the bases of what they're looking for and what they're comparing against. So what we do is something called earned media. So you can't go on Fiverr. You can't get a Google sheet of domain sent to you and pick off that domain in order to be included within the article that that journalist is writing on that particular website. Now, that's not to say that you can't go and buy a link on Forbes, let's say. Like you can, I think it costs like $50,000. You could do a sponsored article, but all of these types of media, they're not earned organic media. And for example, if a sponsored article is put on Forbes, then that will be inside of the HTML as like a rel equals sponsored. So Google will see that. They'll see that it's not earned. You can do things like PR wire releases where it will go on like 200 local news websites, but these pages will often be no follow. They'll be no indexed. They won't make it to Google's index, and you can pay for these for like, a handful of dollars. Like there's no value whatsoever. Whereas what we want to do, or what we do and what we're good at, is we get you as a expert representative of your business. So let's say you got a plumbing business, Will the plumber, William owns his local plumbing business. We're going to get you quoted and linked in an article that a journalist is writing for, let's say, Realtor.com or Architectural Digest, where they've written an editorial piece of work and they want to bolster and enhance the credibility of that article by quoting 1 or 2 plumbers or tradespeople that can enhance what it is that they're saying. And hopefully, by way of attribution for that quote, they're going to link back to your website. That's earned, that's organic, that's massive high value, and that's what's going to drive like real ROI for you and your business.
And then how do you see that affecting LLMs, the large language models? How are you using the press releases, et cetera, to do that?
Well, we don't do press releases. We only do the earned media stuff.
Yeah. But I'm talking specifically with the earned media and everything else that you're doing. How is it affecting the LLMs? Are
So
you able to get them into the LLMs? Is it harder? Is it hard or easy? How long does it take? That sort of thing.
So what we see as a holistic LLM visibility strategy is we know that the LLMs, they derive consensus. So when they see entities coupled together across multiple sources, then they can derive a trusted consensus from that. So if they can see that William owns William Jones Plumbing in Austin, Texas, and you're quoted in Architectural Digest, William Jones from William Jones Plumbing says that you should always turn your taps off if you've got a leak, and that's in Architectural Digest. They'll see that. They'll see the entity the entity, your business together in a tier one source. When they see that multiple times, that derives more trust. And that coupled with a decent SEO strategy and then also a good LLM strategy, the tier one media coverage is the fuel on the fire. Much like tier one links is the fuel on the Google SEO, tier one coverage, branded mentions, is the fuel on the LLMO.
Yeah, it's like if you're talking about like the other, junk, if you will, junk press releases or junk backlinks, you can use that for, different tier, not directly tier one, tier two,
Yeah.
You can do a blast on it. But a lot of times what I see whenever I go into someone's backlinks, half the time it's like, you see all these backlinks and you see all the countries they're all coming from. And it's not your country. Random countries all over Bangladesh and China and everywhere else.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So what else do you say as far as AI? Is because a lot of times what I'm seeing, it wasn't affecting local SEO as much, but now it's actually starting to affect it some more, a little bit more. But and a lot with zero-click search, etc. Like with local SEO, I could go, who's the best plumbers in Orlando, Florida, and it literally gives me an AI overview. Here's the top 3, and it gives you their reviews and their information, and they're not even their website, just their straight up their phone number. As on zero-click search, it's literally taking it so people don't even leave the Google platform. They just stay on the Google platform and literally call the phone number from their own platform without ever visiting the website. So what are you seeing in your agency? Is that the same or no?
Yeah, what we're seeing in terms of like local SEO and AI is you need to look at the sources. We know that listicles is a massive driver, but in terms of AI overviews, then good SEO, good local SEO is good for AI overviews. So you need to do all the stuff that you should be doing anyway, like maintaining your Google business profile, having a consensus of information across things like your NAP, name, address, phone number. Everything needs to be consistent. You need a review strategy. You need to be in local directories. You need to be in local media as well, and like local respected listicles. So if the AI overviews is pulling from a top 10 plumbers in Orlando, Florida listicle, which lives on, some odd local website, but the AI overviews are pulling from that particular post, then you've got to get in there. And if you're not going to be surfaced within that particular search term.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times, even whenever I do searches anymore and stuff, I'll look for various things and go, like, it's kind of like when we used to do link building, you're just looking for whoever's linking to this website, your top 3 people, this is their backlinks, etc. And now you also have to go in AI overview and then pull those and find out what, because a lot of times I'll go like, are you on Reddit? And they're like, Reddit what?
Yeah, I hate
like,
Reddit so much.
You realize, listen to the AI overview pulls from Reddit and Quora. All that crap, and a lot of the opinion type based database type websites like Reddit, but Reddit gets, pretty toxic and stuff, and it can be. If you're going to use it, we'll use it and post stuff on it, but don't stay on it. Same way I don't really stay on social media because it's pretty toxic.
Yeah,
I don't even go on most of the groups and stuff because of that very reason, but what else what else are you doing as far as your agency?
So one thing that we see is having like a huge impact for AI visibility is like a more of a traditional PR approach as well. So actually it's gone above and beyond just the link, and that you can derive huge value from things like branded mentions, from being on podcasts. Like there is a huge amount of data that's generated from the transcripts. If those podcasts go on YouTube, then the LLMs can read those transcripts. Things like TV interviews, op-ed pieces, bylined authorship pieces on tier one publications, just real like genuine marketing, like real brand building, personal brand building as well inside of businesses is another huge thing. So we're doing a lot of stuff in terms of AI visibility for like professional services. And one thing that you'll notice time and time and again inside of places like ChatGPT, if you're doing a search for like non-invasive surgery, like non-invasive not plastic surgery, non-invasive like facial Botox or these types of surgeries, like best place to get this done, this particular type of surgery, ChatGPT isn't necessarily recommending, or almost never is just recommending like clinics, like clinic A is good at this. What it does is it says doctor such and such from this clinic is good at that particular surgery. So it is important now more than ever to have personal brands inside of your individual like professional service businesses driving that discoverability.
Yeah, it's like when we do, for example, when we're doing SEO, I tell people all the time, it's like the average person, the average SEO, you'll go look at their packages and they'll say, well, I'm going to give you, let's say, 4 blogs a month. And it's like, so what did you do with the blogs? They're not doing anything. I'm like, you can turn those blogs into, YouTube videos. You can turn them in shorts. You can turn them in podcasts. You can take a podcast and turn it into a blog, and vice versa, and tie them all together and tie them into other assets. And most of the time, people are just doing one thing instead of doing general marketing. Whenever people come to us all the time, they think, for example, well, once I do SEO and I'm in the top 3, I'm going to get unlimited amounts of leads. They're just going to come pouring in, and I don't ever have to do any marketing. I don't have to do any door knocking. I ain't got to do any door hangers. I ain't got to do yard signs. I ain't got to do nothing else.
Yeah, just chill.
Like, that's just not the way business works.
Yeah.
You should do SEO to make money so you can reinvest in your business. Like we'll do Google ads, Facebook ads, and other traditional marketing. But a lot of times people they think one thing is, all they got to do is a little bit of SEO and then they'll outrank everybody. And then once they do that, they don't have to do anything else. They just sit around and eat bonbons, I guess.
And that's such a good point, because as well, like 4 blog posts a month. Yeah, maybe that cut it like 5 years ago, 3 years ago. But now you can like repurpose everything so easily and so effectively with AI. Like you can turn a blog post into a podcast into a blog post. Like that can be turned into shorts. Those shorts can be turned into, like, it just goes on and on and on. And if you're not doing that in an effective and meaningful way, then you're going to be losing out to the people that are.
Yeah, because even whenever I look at campaigns, let's say someone comes to us for SEO, someone else comes to us for SEO, and I didn't really notice this. I mean, I just knew we do what we do. And we're doing the YouTube videos. I know it's effective, so I didn't ever question it. But I was like, what's the difference between this person, he's doing SEO, and it seems like he's struggling. It's the same package, same deliverables, it's no more competitive or nothing like that. And this person over here, he's been with us for 2 weeks. And as soon as we start doing all our regular SEO, just like this guy, he takes the fuck off. And it's like explodes. And if you always look at it, it's like, oh, this person's also posting on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and YouTube, and everywhere else. Oh, he's got a brand and he's building a brand. And so therefore he's feeding the Google algorithm, and Google sees all of that.
Yeah.
So whenever we come along and do SEO, it's just like throwing gas on the fire.
And ties it together. Yeah. That's it. That's it in a nutshell.
And then a lot of times when I talk to business owners, they're like, well, I don't want to do reels, and I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. It's like, we can rank you, but you're just not going to have a strong brand, and Google's not going to trust you, and you're not going to, it's not going to be as effective as if
Yeah.
Like this guy over here, I got a 40-mile radius on him, and you're struggling with a little 7-mile radius.
Yeah.
So there's the only common denominator. And I had a guy at the nail salon. He's like, "What's the difference between us and them? Same pages, same this, same that." I'm like, he's posting all freaking time on social media. That's the only difference. And he's like, "It can't be that. It can't be that." It's like, I'm telling you, it is, because
Yeah.
I've seen it too many times. So, but the one question everybody usually asks, and I do, if you go to Google, most people don't see it, but it's like, do you think? And I talked to Ben Fisher about this because he has his insights. But let's say you go plumber, just say for example Orlando, and I'll show you the screen so everybody kind of sees it. It's like, do you think eventually, right now, this is just a regular, our regular old browser, and we have, if you will,
Mac pack.
3-pack Mac pack, and we got organic. What Ben talks about, and this is where I talk about zero-click search too, is do you think eventually they're going to get rid of this and the browser going to go straight to AI mode?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what they've said they want to do, isn't it? I don't know how effective.
He said he believes it's going to happen probably around the third to fourth quarter of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he is pretty, accurate on what he says. And this is kind of like, this is the scary part. It's like I tell people, it's like, okay, if you did Plumber Orlando, there's nothing in here that's like, unless you know what you're looking for, you're not going to the website. It's literally telling you everything.
And how many's it got on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 4.
And
1,
that's
2,
it.
3, 4, 5. That's it. And then if you have to literally, I mean, it's not even telling you, hey, by the way, click on the name. You have to kind of figure that out. And then once you do that, then it gives you this information. Then you can go to it. Sometimes it's also giving you their phone number. So this is the scary part. I told people, it's like, if it goes to this, then it's like it got rid of quite a bit of the, what we normally see. There is no organic, if you will. It's going straight to taking just maps, which is right here. So it's El Palmero, Emerald, Shamrock. So El Palmero, Emerald, and Shamrock. What's the difference?
The sponsored is above on the AI or not, or on the right?
Correct. And you'll see there's different, and it's Palmero isn't number 1.
No.
It's number 1 on maps and the regular, and it's like number 4 here.
Mm-hmm.
Modern wasn't even in the other one, and it is here. Shamrock and Emerald, everything's flipped. So 963, 1700, and a lot of it's going on what they'll tell you. Usually it's like it's based on the reviews. Like this, and Palmero's got 963, but the ones with the more reviews, it flipped to the top.
Yeah.
On AI review, and that's why, or in the AI mode, that's why a lot of times I'm like, I think a lot of it is mainly based on the actual reviews. Besides everything else you obviously do, the more reviews, the more trust, and all that sort of thing. But that seems to be where the AI mode with Google Maps is actually pulling. But it's just from what I've seen a little bit. But it is kind of scary for a lot of people, business owners especially, so because I tell them all the time, most people say, well, just because it's, the GMB got unverified, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, well, 89% or so of all clicks come from, the Google Maps, whoever's in the top 3. And when you lose that, it's like shutting someone's business down.
Yeah. Who said it's not a big deal to have their GMB shut down?
Most of the time you'll talk to people that are on the Google community, and they're like, I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah.
It's like not really that big of a deal. Just be patient with us. And it's like,
that's like all of my business. It's
my entire fucking business. 89% of all my business comes from it. That's why I tell people, you better be building an email list. If you don't have a list, it's the first thing you should be building. And besides that, have your CRM, and then rely on other sources like lead generation. If you're only using Facebook for lead generation or whatever, use LinkedIn email lists. There's other ways of getting leads besides what everybody does. But because I've had my Facebook, for example, I've had Facebook shut down repetitively. Back in the day, it was over and over and over again. So, but people will generally say, well, they're not going to shut Facebook down or they're not going to shut Google down. They have had what the tech blackouts for like 24, 48 hours before. And everybody panics. What are they going to do? Or when AWS got shut down and got an attack, I think when that whole war thing started. But lots of that kind of happened. So what are you doing? Go ahead.
They can shut down your individual page, can't they? Like you said, your individual Facebook page, your GMB.
I had, and it went dead after this. I had someone that hacked my Facebook group, my large Facebook group that was over 100,000, because everybody talks about negative stuff and they want to blame everybody. But it's like I had a Facebook group of over 100,000 and it was active. And then I didn't get access back to it. And Facebook didn't help me. Had to get another method to do it. Got access back after about 6 months, and now it's dead as shit.
Oh, really?
So I mean, I got 100,000, member group that's basically worthless. And I've tried to revive it. I have a new group it's better, but it's much smaller. But and when things like that happen, your page gets shut down, your group gets shut down, your profile gets shut. They're not going to help you. They don't give a crap about you. Even if you're spending millions of dollars, they don't give a crap about you.
Yeah,
I've seen people where they're spending millions a year on ads on Facebook. Sorry, we can't help you. I mean, we're Eldar. He's actually going to be on my show later this week. And his Facebook account was hacked, and they spent a shit ton of money on ads when they did it. And then Facebook wouldn't even help them. So,
yeah, that's the story as old as the time.
That's the way it is. But yeah, so if I could ask you one thing, what would you say to business owners they should be doing as far as in their business in 2026 to make it, if you will, AI proof?
Yeah, well, like I said at the top of the show, like when you just showed us then that map pack or, that AI mode overview for results, like how many of those local businesses from those 4 plumbers do you think is doing like earned media and traditional PR where they have an expert plumber, the CEO or founder from the company proactively trying to engage both the national and local media for persistent coverage so that they are talking about them and their company and what they do in local media, national media, talks, webinars, podcasts, YouTube videos, TV. Like that's going to be the moat. That's going to be the thing where if it does come down to 2 companies that have both got 1,600 reviews with an average of 4.7 star, like how is Google going to decide which one to show? Like it's going to be the one that is more
trusted.
Yeah, definitely.
So how would besides, I mean, obviously they could hire you. So where can they go to find out more about you and the services that you offer?
Yeah, linkify.io. The best place. I've got a cheat sheet that they can get. Linkify.io/cheat-sheet can tell you exactly how to position yourself, places to go to find these free opportunities to engage with the media to get your first 5 pieces of like tier 1 coverage completely for free. It's just your time, your effort, and your setup. Make sure that you're correctly positioned. Outside of that, I would recommend like looking at your local news, and if you see a story that that you think you could provide value to that journalist. So let's say you have a hose pipe ban, or we're having these heat waves at the minute that can affect things like pipes, water, and anything like that. If it's something where you could get in touch with a local journalist and say, hey, just seen that you've done this story on X, Y, and Z. I wanted to see if I can provide some expert opinion on how people could, better protect their homes or things that they could preemptively do in order to do X, Y, and Z. Like local journalists, they definitely want to hear the voices of local experts within those stories. Like it's a lot easier to do than the national stuff, and it's really good for local SEO because you're getting talked about in the places that matter locally. So I think that's just
local SEO with local. One of the things I never thought about till you know, while this year was, and I started talking about it was, because bloggers, we have bloggers are, you know, really big and popular over the Philippines, but it's like, you can have a local blogger in any city and you get a hold of them and get on their blog. And a lot of times have them come out and review your business and stuff, or sponsorships. We're always looking at, well, like sponsorships, charities, stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
because that's one thing I used to do when I was back home in the States, because I did it for a medical facility.
Mhm.
We did a lot of charity work and a lot of sponsorships and events and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, it's a great strategy.
but yeah, listen, I appreciate you coming on. If you guys want to go check it out, go to linkify.io. And if you want the link, just comment below and I will send it over to you. And this, you know, if you're watching this as a replay, once again, as well, you can comment below and I will send it over to you. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Chris. Until next time, see you guys soon.